Hello, people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 24th of February 2024. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that, the most recent in the Viggen series of tutorials, all about ELINT, or Electronic Intelligence Gathering. A fairly unique thing that the Viggen can do. You can actually also do this with the GF17, if you mount its jammer pod, it can actually very accurately triangulate the position of SAM sites, and you could then kind of create waypoints or whatever at those locations and pass on that information to other aircraft. So yeah, I think Viggen and GF17 are your two choices for this kind of mission. I think this is the last of my full tutorials for the Viggen. I can't think of anything that I've missed, but I'm monitoring chat as always, so chat, go ahead and tell me if there's something you'd like to see in the Viggen. But failing that, I will next week move into the Striegel, or Strike Eagle, and I'll start doing some tutorial content on that. Welcome to the stream, Orleans Junkie, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Mark S, Colin Kelly, Charts, Pink Floyd, Sean Am 81, Griff Nizzle, Mark, Only Napalm. Griff Nizzle says, there is so much stupid cool stuff about the Viggen. Does any other module have that much extra stuff, for lack of a better phrase? Well, as I said, JF17, it also has a bunch of extra stuff. You could probably say F14 as well is an aircraft that has a lot of kind of hidden functionality. I think those two are good examples. Hello, is the Viggen worth it if I don't really like pre-planning everything and doing a lot on the fly? That would be a no. The Viggen is not flexible in the ways that modern NATO aircraft are, and so no. If you're a very much target of opportunity kind of person, you're not going to enjoy the Viggen, I would suggest. Tom Johnson, welcome to the stream. Welcome. We're past 10k subscribers. This is the very first stream that I'm doing, having reached that incredible number. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm really happy about that. That's quite a milestone. If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment. It's really cool. I remember when I started doing the regular kind of DCS news videos and tutorials every week, because prior to that I'd been running the channel for years and just doing kind of random schedules. Like I'd post a video once every 3 months or something. Since I started doing it regularly, that's been about 4 years now, I think. And at the start of that, I think I was a little bit under 3,000 subscribers. So I've gained a lot in that time. So thank you so much, everybody. And it's getting faster all the time. That graph is just kind of going up and up. So yeah, please, if you haven't, do hit that subscribe button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, which is very important, apparently. Keith Budridge, the Viggen is an airplane that can do almost anything. Father of many tasks, strike fighter, anti-shipping, intel gathering, CAS, intruder strikes. Absolutely pre-planning style of aircraft, though. Yeah, I would agree. Like, you can basically do anything in the Viggen, but you probably want to have already thought about how you're going to do it before you get in the aircraft. Leon Etzel, welcome to the stream. Hello, what should I get then? I've been trying to decide for months now. First full fidelity module. That's a really hard one, because the thing is, it takes a lot of effort to learn one of these modules fully. It takes time, it takes dedication, you need to read a lot of documentation, you need to do a lot of flying. So almost, you do, of course, need to choose an airframe that is close to your style of play and can do the kind of missions that you want to do. However, after that, you need to choose an aircraft that you think is cool, to be honest. What aircraft do you watch at air shows? What aircraft do you like watching films about? What aircraft could you imagine yourself flying in real life? For me, it's been the Harrier, and I'm not necessarily suggesting the Harrier to you, but for me, it was the Harrier simply because for me it was such an iconic aircraft. I thought it was really cool, and it has this very wide mission set. There's also the fact that it can operate from basically anywhere. Roads, fields, airfields, ships. You name it, you can operate it in so many different ways. Pink Floyd, will you still remember us little people when you reach 100k? I didn't know you were a little person. I salute you. Poppet 55. Glad to hear your channel is growing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Trolls Link. Hello, Deepak. Love your tutorials, especially all your Harrier stuff. There we go. Harrier boys in the house. Keith Budridge. Viggen was also the first fighter with an integrated flight computer working CCIP Pipper when other aircraft of that generation didn't have it. Yes. The Viggen is a lot of firsts, in fact. I might be wrong, but I feel like it was the first military aircraft with a thrust reverser. First with a mission computer. One of the first with a HUD. I think it's very, very early in having a HUD. So the Viggen is very, very interesting. Tom Johnson, congratulations. Thank you. John M81, quick heads up, don't listen to the Viggen Tools RWR tones with a headset on, more painful than the intro music. I agree. I made the same mistake and almost threw my headphones across the room. It's pretty intense. Paul Cope, thank you very much. Keith Budridge, pre-planning for the Viggen even needs to know the ground altitude of your target area, so the bombs, glide munitions, and other guided munitions know where to explode. Hello, I'm actually trialing the Harrier right now. Yeah, the controls, the HOTAS controls are unusual. But yeah, the thing is, there's so many good modules. It really, what are you going to fly, and what can do the things that you want it to do, and what are you prepared to do? So, like for me, mission type is very, very important. You choose an airframe that can do the type of mission you want to do. And then the other big deciding factor is, are you looking for an Air Force aircraft, a naval aircraft, or a Marine aircraft? Of course, in the case of the Marine aircraft, the Harrier is the only choice. But if you want to fly Navy, you can go F-14 or F-18. If you want to stick to Air Force stuff, then you've got basically everything else: A-10, F-16, F-15, JF-17, and so on. And yeah, do you want rotary wing or do you want a jet? That's the other big one. I guess if you like rotary wing, probably the biggest choice is going to be the Apache. But there are other options available. Anyway, let's continue. Continue to discuss this during the course of the stream. In the meantime, let's jump on into the Eagle Dynamics newsletter for this week. We do have some bits and bobs. Oh, Griffnizzle, get the A4. It's free and super rad. Would strongly agree. The A4 is a really good aircraft, very nicely modelled. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft are receiving a free PBR texture update. Please make sure to take a look at the improvements to the J11A Flanker B+, the Su-27 Flanker, the Su-33 Flanker, the F-15C Eagle, and A-10A Warthog in the latest update of DCS. We look forward to your feedback, and if you haven't already seen it, please check out the Flaming Cliffs 3 upgrade video. I can say that. No, music. Let's mute the music before I get a strike. So here we go. Here's a very, very cool cinematic that they threw together for this. Mostly what we're looking at here are improvements to external models, higher resolution textures, and improvements to cockpit textures as well. So this is really good. If you've got Flaming Cliffs 3 and you fly the lower fidelity modules, this is going to be very good news for you. And yeah, these are looking great. Like even just the exterior model here on the A10 is looking absolutely fantastic. JR, hi all, looking forward to the next F4 video, or has it been released yet? No, it's not been released yet. I guess we should see it, what are they saying? It's every 5 weeks we're getting an update now. We just had an update just now. That would mean that we're going to most likely see it at the end of March. So that's when to look out for that. Griffnizzle, hot take. I actually prefer the old cockpits for the most part. They had character. Yeah, that's cool. For a long time, I was flying the L-39 and the MiG-21. When I started VAF, those were actually my two main aircraft. I also flew the F-5 a lot. So that's the thing. In DCS, we've got so many good choices. But yeah, what servers are you going to fly on? Or are you going to fly it solo? Are there campaigns or missions that you want to partake in? Just give it a go. And the free trial period is well worth making use of. Cobra said there's going to be another video today on their Discord. So I guess that's going to be their episode 2 of their series on the F4. And JR also love the steam gauge cockpits. They can be cool. They can be cool. I used to really like the MiG-21, despite it having a ridiculous, really, really ridiculous cockpit. It was still good fun to play with. So yes, that's the Flaming Cliffs 3 free upgrade video there. Jumping back into the newsletter. Following a substantial rework of our development process, we have unified the stable and open beta versions of DCS into a single stable version. We believe this will improve and simplify the update delivery process experience for all existing and future customers. Thank you for your guidance and support. And that was just yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. We just got, it was the day before, in fact, we just got our very, very first one of these unified patches. Pink Floyd didn't improve the SU-25, did they? I don't know. The SU-25 was shown in the video, so I would assume that they did, but I don't know for sure. Griffinizzle saying that he actually preferred the old style. Get ready for a new Maple Flag challenge with the F-15C Aggressor's Air Combat Maneuvering Campaign. These missions aim to sharpen your dogfighting skills and put your tactics to the test in a set of pulse-pounding missions. Download now. Sounds exciting. This Sunday, 25th of February, which is tomorrow, we will be discontinuing the new user 50% discount. In addition, we will soon be introducing a new ED Miles program for the benefit of all new and existing users. Please stay tuned for further announcements. In the meantime, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to you all for being a part of the DCS community. Your energy, feedback, and support drives us onwards and upwards. Thank you. Nice. Keith Budridge, we have not seen any documentation for SU-25, SU-25T improvements. Not saying they didn't, just haven't read that they have. Well, we'll be taking a little look at the changelog shortly. Maybe it will spell out exactly what was done. So Flaming Cliffs 3 free upgrade to the DCS Flaming Cliffs aircraft have received a texture refresh upgrade to their cockpit and external model textures. The F-15C, A-10A, SU-27, SU-33 and J-11 have received new cockpits and external textures. And the SU-25 has received new cockpit textures. Okay, so in the case of the 25, we are only getting upgrades to the cockpit. These upgraded cockpits focus on detail and realism and include physical-based rendering textures. This free upgrade enhances Flaming Cliffs 3 to 2024 texture standards and promises to maintain Flaming Cliffs 3 as an excellent choice for new and veteran DCS pilots. Our goal is to further improve the new user experience in DCS. Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft provide professional level flight models, but with simplified controls that result in a shallower learning curve for new virtual pilots. The F-15C, A-10A, SU-27, SU-33, J-11, MiG-29A, MiG-29S, and SU-25 provide a variety of aircraft that range from air superiority to attack. These come with a wealth of missions and campaigns and are operable on most online servers. If you're not already flying Flaming Cliffs 3, now is a great time to jump in and enjoy this great value. Nice. Tuvas did a breakdown of the FC3 changes. Nice. And Lunar Sale is extended to 25th February, says Keith Budridge. Midnight, the new points program. Should I spend the points I have now before they water it down? I've no idea. I don't know what changes they're going to make. Sim Taylor, good afternoon. Yes, welcome. And DCS World Development Report. In our ongoing commitment to providing a seamless and streamlined experience for our pilots, we're excited to share positive news on the transition to a single version approach, eliminating the distinction between stable and open beta versions. This move is aimed at ensuring all players enjoy the latest features, updates, and improvements simultaneously. Please make sure to get familiar with the more harmonious and collaborative DCS world by updating to the latest version now. Notably included in this update is a performance improvement for terrains, an impressive set of new liveries from Polychop for the SA342 Gazelle, as well as improvements to the MB339 flight and collision model. We've also delivered a large number of bug fixes for the Apache, Viper, Hornet. For a full list of changes, check the full changelog. We're going to be taking a look at that in just a moment, chat. And I'm continuing to monitor, so feel free to make comments, ask questions, and get engaged. Not like in a marriage way, unless that's your thing. Anyway, Mr. Yeti sneaks in at the back. Evening all. GR, good evening in some part of the world. Griff Nizzle, NGL, I was expecting to see some shitting the bed with the patch, combining the beta and the stable, but so far pretty smooth. I've only ran it like once or twice so far, and I've not noticed anything particularly scary thus so far. Nico sneaks in, weary and tired due to military physical test. Sounds like a larf. I hope you had a good time. But yeah, just to mention again, I surpassed 10k subscribers just recently. Thanks a lot, everybody. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Onwards and upwards. 100k next. F-15C Aggressors ACM campaign by Maple Flag. The F-15C Aggressors ACM campaign puts you in the cockpit of an F-15C Eagle as a new aggressor pilot, with the 65th Aggressor Squadron at Nellis Air Force Base. Based on real-world procedures, you will fly as Red Air against Blue Air Forces. You will face a series of challenging air combat maneuver missions against dissimilar aircraft with a wingman for assistance. Each mission will comprise 2v2 air-to-air engagements. Tankers are available if you wish to refuel before the second engagement. Your opponents include the F-4E, F-14A, F-15C, F-15E, F-16C, F-A-18C, M2000C, MiG-29G, CF-188, MiG-21, Su-27, and an unknown type. 3 campaigns are included in the download package to allow you to fly against rookie, ace, and random AI opponents. Additionally, there is an 11-mission practice campaign against the Rookie and Ace AI with an in-air start, so you can perfect your ACM tactics and techniques. Key features: over 1,800 voiceovers, 49 pages of briefing material including the red flag spins, red forces in flight guide, maps, diagrams, custom kneeboards, and mission data cards. We hope you're as thrilled as we are about these latest developments in the world of DCS. Please remember that the lunar sale is in its final hours and ends on the 25th of February at 1500 GMT. Do not miss out on this fantastic opportunity to land something truly special. Thank you again for your passion and support. Yours sincerely, Eagle Dynamics. Thank you very much, Ian. Mark S., anyone see any issues with MSAA since the patch? It seems to be quite a bit worse for me. I've not noticed anything. Updates regularly F up tracks in my experience. Yeah, that does happen too. Sim Taylor, it took me 12 hours to download the patch due to my craptastic internet connection, but so far I've seen way more upside and no down. Performance in VR has gone up in my case too. I've actually not flown in VR since I downloaded the patch. I was only in 2D for the purposes of filming my videos. I should definitely give that a go. Thank you very much, Frantic Stone. That's an extremely kind donation. Thank you very much. Why is the Kiowa not here yet? Is it your fault because you said it wasn't coming? Yes. Polychop contacted me directly, and they were very, very angry, and they said that it's absolutely my fault that the Kiowa is not out yet. So I apologise to everyone. I'm very sorry. Anyway, the very first one of our combined updates. We are now on DCS 2.9.3.51704. Lots and lots of fixes here. Far more than I can possibly actually cover in detail. So I'm going to kind of whiz through these a little bit. And for the most part, I'll just call out the things that I think are the most important. Lots and lots of core engine fixes here, which is nice. Really good to see. If we jump down to the Apache, they've added the ability to remove the mast-mounted assembly, which is kind of cool. It's a loadout option in the rearm and refuel menu. And then apart from that, we've got lots of fixes. If we go down to the FA-18C, the main thing here, the main ticket item, is that they've updated the flight model and the flickus. There's details in the newsletter, which was actually last week all about this. And they've added new pilot helmets. You have options for the HGU 68/P, and you can also have a version of that helmet with night vision, I think is what they're trying to tell us here. Oh, Mr. Yeti, by the way, notice you've eaten your Toblerone well. Yeah, that's what it's for. Apart from that, we have lots of fixies. I don't think there's anything particularly to call out, but yeah, a bunch of really nice fixies. Paul Dillon, welcome to the stream. DCS F-16C Viper by Eagle Dynamics. We got a big fix right at the top here. Data link doesn't work after a cold start. So that's actually been fixed, which is very, very nice to see. And apart from that, lots and lots of other fixies for the F-16. For the Hind, MI-24P, some voiceovers have been added for pilot responses on sliding and turn commands. Core set fix, added core set keybinds, ATGM sight orientation has been fixed. Blurred rotor hub tilt animation fixes. Various little bits and bobs there. Oh, hello everybody, welcome. Only Napalm, Hornet's new landing gear is challenging to say the least. They twist easily, and I know, after all, it is a game, but it looks like I have to learn carrier landings again. Welcome to the stream, Paul Dillon. Orleans Junkie, I've never seen module releases at the same time or back to back, and as we all know, the F4 is next, so there's that. Yes, I would suspect the Kia was a little bit later, but who knows? You know, one's a fast jet and one's a helicopter. You never know. Chris, so is MT now included in the update, or do I still have to load it separately? It's still separate, so you know, separate. It's a different binary that you have to start, so that is unchanged. Nico, 1 minute silence for the tool balloon. JR, no flight time with the patch yet. Need to try the fixed MB339 HSI course indicator. Frantic Stone, by the way, on the VR front, I noticed huge leap in performance. Okay, well, that's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to that. So, small fix for the L39, that's nice. A10C2 tank killer gets a Serpent's Head mission. Updated how the ARC 186 control head controls and dials work. Added missed lines in the HSI, and then a bunch of fixies. Stuff for the Focke-Wulf 190. F-15E, they've added AGR radar mode, radar elevation reset on entering guns, radar guns mode quick step bump, MGRS programming. Actually, Not So had a short video on this, teaching us all how to do that. Auto AGR, they've improved the mutual interference accuracy, and they've improved the front cockpit auto acquire switch HOTAS logic. And then a bunch of other updates and cool bits and bobs. So that's nice. We got updates for the Harrier. Woo! It's small stuff, but it's nice to see. And Razbam did promise that we should expect some updates coming for the Harrier in spring, summertime. But this is some stuff they've managed to get in there early. It's all small stuff, but I might do like a little post or a video about this later. Most of it's very, kind of small, simple stuff, but the two that I'm very interested in is the aileron droop light logic has been fixed. Apparently, it was coming on immediately when you put your flaps into stall, and actually there's supposed to be a delay in certain conditions should be met before the ailerons droop. And the NRAS boxing logic now means that you shouldn't your airspeed shouldn't be reboxed if you're up in the air flying at normal speed and then you decelerate back down below 160 knots. That's not supposed to trigger the NRAS. The NRAS is only ever supposed to be triggered when you're accelerating from a stop on the runway. So that's cool to see. Some fixies for the MiG-19, some fixies for the M2000C. We've got some stuff for the Mirage F1. Big ticket item here being that there's now a full IFF transponder simulation, which is compatible with the M2000 and the F-15E. So it sounds like Airgis is kind of collaborating with Razbam here, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. Griff Nizzle, time to PT. Have to punch out early, y'all. Have fun with the flying later. Thank you very much. Leon Etzel, talking to Sim Taylor there. Pink Floyd, can't get the Wizzo to keep his goggles down in the F-15E now. His eyes freak me out when I look back. Oh, amazing. Nico, summer 2030, Harrier gets updated to the version with AMRAAM. Woo! Yeah, it would be very nice to get a 2+, of course, with the radar. So yeah, lots and lots. I can't even cover all of this. Almost every patch, Airgis has tons of stuff for the F1. They're still giving us tons of stuff for the C101 as well. That's really good to see. JF17, you've got the ability to refuel external fuel tanks via radio menu. This is probably something that all modules should have. adjusted the oxygen volume and consumption rate, and they're also looking to switch to some of the weapons profiles to the ED ones, which is nice. Got some fixes for the MB339. We've got some improvements to the flight model and the collision model. That's good to see. MiG-21, small fixes here. Christian Eagle, does it matter? Gazelle, big update on the Gazelle. And while we're thinking about this big update on the Gazelle, let's take a very quick look at the video that they dropped to show off some of the nice PBR texturing that we're getting now in the Gazelle in the external model. JP Gibbons is in the year 2032 weeks. Okay, very good. So yeah, they show off some of this. Notable changes, of course, we've got improvements graphically to the external model, but we also get an AI gunner for the minigun variant, which looks like a bit of a laugh. And then we'll go back to the changelog in a moment and more correctly kind of go through all of the changes that are there. Sim Taylor, hungering for my Phantom. Yeah, Phantom's probably like 4 or 5 weeks away. It would be my guess, but of course Heatblur haven't confirmed anything as yet. Oh, that's nice. The sand separator now has some more details on it. That's really cool. Nice. Firing those 50 cals. Looks like he's getting absolutely peppered with ground fire in this video. Pink Floyd, no releases for 9 months, and F4 is about to be born. John Bluer, AI Minigunner is a blast. Also, hello. Hello and welcome. Yeah, so this is quite nice. Nice little video here from Polychop. They've been a bit more active recently when it comes to videos, and I like it. It's, you know, they should show off their stuff. They've got cool stuff. They should show us what it looks like. They haven't got the new rotor from Eagle Dynamics yet, but I believe they are intending to work on that. Although at this stage, they've said that they're very focused on the Kiowa, and so likely there will not be much in the way of updates to the Gazelle until Kiowa is out. So we might not be seeing that yet. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of extra details in the exterior model here. This is really nice. Sim Taylor, unfortunate. Release of the Phantom at about 14:30 today would work for me. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Oh, here we go. Here's the AI. Well, actually, this is probably a player, but that's the minigun variant doing its thing. I've still not flown that one. I bet it's a laugh. Lots of brap coming out the side of the Gazelle. And doing some maritime operations here as well with the Hot 3 equipped version. Pink Floyd, the Gazelle's 50s sound terrible. The 20mm sounds better. Tracers everywhere. I like it. And a bit of night vision action. Yeah, it's very cool to see the minigun variant. And there you go. There's a cheeky little cameo for the Kiowa there as well, which is nice. Very nice indeed. Mr. Yeti, you have to remap all your controls for the Gazelle, and you have to map axes for both pilot and co-pilot, otherwise your throttle also does the roll and pitch. Ah, okay, well, you know, that happens. I wonder if they've made improvements to the multiplayer sync as well. We'll need to take a look at that. Very nice. So, Polychop simulations. Very good, very good. Cool little video there. So if we jump back to the actual changelog here, what do we actually have? Exterior model art updates. We've got new PBR materials for glass surfaces, 3D model detail additions. I saw a bunch of them there. Reworked, damaged, and destroyed 3D models. General PBR material improvements, 3D model shape and smoothing. Overhauled and replaced all external textures and liveries. We've got some fixes for the Athos site. We've got some FPS gain on that one because it now doesn't render when you don't have it unfolded. Fix some of the opacity in the Athos symbology. New kneeboard pages. Minigun tracer ratio can be selected. They've updated the minigun weapon, gunner, and sight models. And they've got the first iteration of the AI gunner. Very nice. Very, very nice. Charts, the Op Granby skin is great. Mr. Yeti, love the Gazelle. Oh, dear. John Bloor, the reason was they had to clean up a bunch of the code and rejig all the controls was necessary moving forward. Okay, yeah, so that's why we have to remap our stuff. Flaming Cliffs 3, it just mentions improved cockpit and external textures for most FC3 aircraft. Su-33 repair on carrier deck ends up with the aircraft in the water. That's now been fixed. Anything else worth calling out? A bunch of map updates, campaign updates. F-14, they've now added an ECM pod, but it's just a visual loadout for TARPS missions. Added ECA countermeasures pod visual models. Fixed AI Wingman 2 and Wingman 4 issues in the comms menu. And then we have the Viggen. Now, this is a biggie. We got a huge graphical overhaul for the Viggen. Really, really nice. Special thanks to the Viggen Maestro MYSE, who I believe is the originator of things like the internal textures and so on for this particular update. I can't possibly go over all of this. I did have a go, however, at doing a side-by-side comparison. So let me see. Let's see how this works. I don't know how this is going to show up on stream, if it's going to show up well or not. Let me actually mute these videos because otherwise it'll be a bunch of noise. So on the left-hand side here, we have the original version, 2.9.2 basically. And on the right-hand side, I have today's update. And the thing that I notice immediately is that the HUD is more readable. And the thing that I noticed while kind of doing some flight and going through a mission was that the colors and the luminosity of the radar are completely different now. And I think in some ways they look better, although some people were complaining about it. Yeah, I think generally the cockpit looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, and certain elements that were apparently incorrect in the cockpit have been addressed. So yeah, there's that. And the external model has also been updated. Yeah, and I'll show you that in just a moment. I switched to external view. All I did for this, by the way, was I recorded a replay file, and I then, I took a video recording in 2.9.2, and then I played back the same replay file in 2.9.3 and recorded that as well. So you're seeing these side by side. Old on the left, new on the right. It's not huge changes, but I actually like the way the cockpit looks. And something that I didn't demonstrate, but perhaps is an even bigger deal, is that night lighting and things like the floodlights and so on are apparently much, much better in this updated version, but I've yet to try that out myself. So it's subtle on the exterior, but I think the exterior is largely improved too. Sim Taylor talking about the full fidelity MiG-29. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Looking forward to that. John Bloor, the A10A's new cockpit was just jaw-dropping in improvement. Good. That's nice to hear, actually. It's a nice aircraft. So, back to the changelog. Yeah, you'll have to read this yourself. This is more than I can possibly go over. And then we've got updates to campaigns. So that's everything that dropped in 2.9.2, and this is now just stable, which is nice. Makes life a little bit easier. Very short video here. DCS Lunar Sale ending soon. We already mentioned this in the newsletter itself. They've extended it, but it will be ending kind of midway through tomorrow. That's Sunday, 25th of February, if you, if you're watching this after. It's always nice to see these little cinematics from Eagle Dynamics. I think they do a good job of these, and it's a great way of showing off the game. Lots of whoosh, lots of booms and bangs. It's all a bit of a laugh. Very nice. So yeah, if ever you're thinking of buying a module in DCS, just wait for the next sale. There's always another sale coming, which is good. I very rarely do because I'm stupid. I almost always buy my modules at full price because I'm too eager with that buy button. Lunar Sale ends 25th of February. So there you go on that one. Very, very nice. Tim Taylor, are they planning on dropping patches every 2 months unless a hotfix is required? They specifically said it was going to be every 5 weeks. That's the information that I had. So yeah. John Bloor, FC3 is a really good stepping stone for a lot of people getting into DCS. It's also fun to be able to switch off sometimes. as you just jump in a jet for a few minutes. That's true. That's very true. I think, it's not really for me. I'm really I'm into my systems, and I like to be able to interact with my systems to a high level of accuracy, and you're only really getting that with the full fidelity modules. But I do agree, the Flaming Cliffs 3 is giving you a very, very realistic flight model, a very realistic representation of an aircraft without you having to actually step by step interact with the systems of the aircraft. So I think it's great. People should give it a go if they're a little bit daunted by the full fidelity modules. Mr. Yeti, one rule about flying, real world and sim, never add up what you've spent. And Pink Floyd, the SU-33 is just so damn cool. Mangash, Eager Dynamics. Yes, that's me. I am Eager Dynamics. Yes. So that was the kind of side-by-side comparison there. Like I said, next week I'm going to jump into the Strike Eagle, so stay tuned for that. And I might be making use of a Wizzo or a Gib, and it may well be somebody that you all know. So that could be a bit of a laugh. Stay tuned for that. That's all the news that we have for this week. So I'm going to jump straight into pimping the VAF, as I generally do. The VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron originally founded by myself and dotChuckles. It's we're a group of people. We fly a variety of different airframes. We get together every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. UK time. We currently have dedicated squadrons for the Harrier, of course, most important, the F-15, the F-16, the F-18, and we also have mixed squadrons for fixed wing and for rotary wing just now. So yeah, everybody's welcome to join. Jump onto the Discord. There's a Discord link in the show notes below. Whether you fly with us or not, please jump on in. We're always looking for more pilots, but we're also looking for mission makers, air traffic controllers, GCI, scripters, livery makers, mission makers. Everybody is welcome, and it's a good laugh. Just look at this. Look at all this coolness going on in the 30-second trailer video that we have here. So that's the VAF, the Virtual Air Force. Come join us. And yeah, like I said, that's basically everything that we have for this week. It's been a fairly exciting... excuse me. It's been a fairly exciting week. I need to take a drink for a moment. I've worn my voice out. It's been a really cool week seeing that first of the combined patches drop. That's definitely simplifying things. And I've been getting into the Strike Eagle quite a bit recently, getting ready to start those tutorial videos. I've been Deepak. Every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. UK time, I premiere a new tutorial video. That's the end of the Viggen series now. That was the very final Viggen video, all about ELINT. Next week, I jump straight into the Strike Eagle, which I'm sure many of you are very, very excited about. It's a very cool, complex module that'll probably keep me filming for quite some time to come. And yes, the tutorial videos are always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. If you'd like to further support the channel, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew for a small monthly fee, no more than the price of a cup of coffee per month. I really, really appreciate those of you who do so. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. Big shout out to those of you who've already joined Deepak's ground crew. Thank you very much, Auto Thrust Blue, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Wright, Mangash, JR Walker, Shandor Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Seanam81, Charts, John Bluer, Mr. Craptacular, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Springer11, Whiskey Dale, Stuart McLean, Frantic Stone, AB, and Pink Floyd. And I'm just going to quickly check chat, make sure that I haven't missed anything too exciting. Adala wanted to say that your tutorials are the go-to for me, best of the best. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. Thank you, John Bluer. JP Gibbons, it should be an interesting year for DCS. Cheers, everybody. Hit that button, boys. Yes, let's push to new heights. We've passed 10k subscribers. The sky is the limit. In any case, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta!